Hi everyone, it's Mithrilda and welcome back to my journey of learning to draw. First of all, I would like to apologize for the potato level audio today. That's because my microphone that I am using is this one, and that is because I did a big oopsie and I broke my microphone. My cat knocked it off the desk, so now I am here. I'm kind of freaking out looking for a replacement. For some reason, they're all sold out everywhere, and life is just great right now. Anyway, so today I wanted to make a video introducing the next monthly art challenge, which is going to be so much fun. I love doing these, and I feel like I finally have the time and the mental bandwidth to get them started again, at least for the month of August. And I love seeing everyone's progress. I love being someone who's able to help push people to improve. And let's get into things. So I had no idea how long it would take to write this. It took me like over an hour to do it. I just got so excited. Oh yeah, I should probably mention that this is also the launch of my website, which is so exciting. I've been working on this for forever, and it's been something that's been weighing on my mind. You know, like whenever you're working on a project and you really want it to be finished, but there's just more things to do, and it's like fun to do them, but you also want it to fly free in the world and be done. Well, it's kind of done. I haven't written the about me yet, but you know, I will have something there by the time this video goes live. Anyway, so this is sort of like a portfolio, but it's not all my best works. It's just a representative work from my art life all the way back to the very beginning. So check it out if you get the chance. So I will be posting all the monthly art challenge details here on my very first blog post. So the rules of the challenge: practice over learning and preparing, right? Stay true to yourself and your dreams. For this monthly art challenge, we will be following tutorials. We'll be finding tutorials about things that we want to draw and drawing them. Stay true to yourself and your dreams. Draw what makes you happy. Draw what you want to draw. Draw whatever it is that you feel like, I don't know, why you wanted to draw in the first place. Definitely do not choose a tutorial just because people are telling you that that's the next fundamental you need to learn, or like, oh, I really want to draw a cartoon, but I need to draw realism first. Don't do that, okay? We're having fun here. We're having a good time, and we're proving to ourselves that we can do things. So leave all that for your real learning and your real practice or whatever, because here we're trying to make our dreams come true. I don't know why I'm saying it like this. I'm sorry. It's like the middle of the night. I've been stressed all day about this microphone thing, and anyway, and live dangerously. Try out all sorts of things, even if you don't think it'll turn out well, even if you know it'll turn out bad. Just do it. We got time. We got all the time in the world. Or at least we have enough time to do what we need to make our dreams come true, right? That's the most important thing of all. There is no time wasted on that journey as long as you're going in the right direction. And there's a lot of writing here, but I'm not going to read all of it because you guys can read. I believe in you. So basically what it's going to be is we're going to choose a tutorial, follow it exactly, and we're going to do that every day. We're going to memorize how to do it, and we are also going to put our own spin on it. Do our own version of it. Take it further than where the tutorial is taking you. And then make your own unique artwork. Start again. Keep doing that. Like, master these skills. Don't just watch a video, try it, copy it, and then feel like, oh well, now I know how to do this. Like, I want you to actually memorize how to do it. And here's some examples. I talked about this tutorial in the last video. Basically, here, tutorial, my version. I followed it exactly. And then I started going off in my own direction. I was like, hey, like, what if I put it in this direction and whatever? Didn't like it. So I stripped away the detail, right? Like, look at all these little lines and balls and details and shadow on this drawing. But it was on top of a composition that wasn't working already. So I stripped that away. I just did like super simple shapes and made sure that this worked. And then I made it neat and nice. Like, always focus on the goal that you're striving for. If, I don't know, the tutorial is about like the Loomis head, right? And making the foundational Loomis head, then you don't need to copy like the example picture they do at the end with like the super fancy features and the hair and whatever. That's not what you're going for. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Focus on what you're learning in the moment. You can do the rest later. You can leave it for another day. In fact, that's more efficient and you'll learn faster and better. And so I followed this tutorial recently, and that should be playing for you now on the screens. It's Learn to Draw and Procreate, Foundations of Style. And I feel like this was the most interesting video on art style that I've really seen. Basically what she said was, you know, take something in real life, look at its most basic components, and then try to simplify it. Try to simplify it in a way that's recognizable. Try different ways, right? You can like break the leg up into 2 segments or 3 segments, but you know, those choices are what make your style. Like the way that you think it looks best, and there's no right or wrong answer. And that was a lot of fun. And I feel like this is a great example of a tutorial that you can master, right? You can memorize how she drew her bears, and then you can really apply it to anything, which is the point of this tutorial. The bears are just an example. She wants you to push it further. Something else that I've been doing lately is the Riley method of drawing heads, which is basically, I don't know, it's like Loomis plus, right? You put down the basic proportions from the Loomis style, and then you add like all these rhythm lines, which represent all sorts of like relationships between parts of the head and different planes of the head. And I'm kind of shook. Like, I understand this so much better than Loomis, because I feel like whenever I was learning the Loomis head, so many things were just like floating on the face and floating on the head, and I couldn't tell like where they started or where they ended, how far up they go. And you know, whenever you see Loomis doing it, everything just sort of like appears on the head, and you're like, how did you know like it's supposed to go that far and whatever? And I feel like these Riley rhythms just clear everything up for me so well. Somebody in my last video or somewhere else suggested learning the Riley method to me, and I was like, you know what, I will try it out. Like, I've seen it around a little bit, it looked really complicated, and I was like, it doesn't seem like a useful technique because, I don't know, it's just complicated. There's all these lines that I have to memorize and whatever, and it just seems like way too much. But I gave it a try, and I'm pretty much just in love with this now. And where I pushed it was, well, the first time I did it, I copied down the construction of the Riley head, and then I added my own attempt at some heads from imagination. I copied it from the 3/4 view, and then I followed the tutorial again, but I drew it from a different 3/4 view. And then I studied a photo. And on top of that construction, I added some color and some paint. Like, that's how I want us all to push the new knowledge that we gain from these tutorials. Like, don't move on from the base, right? I feel like the wrong move would be to watch the video once and then not look at it again, because it is complicated and it does take time to learn this. What I'm doing now is I'm studying this every day. I'm rewatching this video, and I've felt it within myself that with every time I watch the video, I am starting to memorize exactly how to do this. And I feel like this happens a lot quicker than I think, and it surprises me every time. So don't shy away from memorization. If you feel like, you understand it, so it's good now, I challenge you to push it just a little bit further than that and memorize how to do something completely. At the end of the month, my thinking is that we can make one final art piece that incorporates all the things that we've learned from the tutorials that we follow throughout the month. I think that would be so cool to watch and so cool to see that improvement. Also, another goal of mine with this is that we share. We can share our tutorials, which would be awesome, right? Because we'll see oh hey, so-and-so drew these really cool chibi figures. I want to do that too. And we can share tutorials and give each other tips on hey, at minute 3, this person said to do this, but I don't really understand it. How did you do it? Yours look really nice, and stuff like that. But I didn't want to, push us all into learning one subject, because that's what I did for the last few challenges. And I really want to encourage some creative freedom, and I know that we all have very diverse interests. Anyway, that's all I want to say for now. I'm really excited to keep exploring these tutorials that I've gone through, to keep learning more about the Riley method in particular, because I feel like I've improved so much, even from just seeing that this method exists. Now, whenever I look at people's faces, I'm just wow, I can see the rhythms in their face, whereas I never really noticed before. And so just being exposed to this stuff helps me reinforce it every time I see it again, if that makes any sense. Anyway, it's been a really stressful day for me, you guys. So I hope that the next time we meet, I have a working microphone. I don't have to be speaking into my webcam. Be sure to check out the instructions for the challenge in the description. It'll be a link to my blog post. Yay! Website launch. Be sure to join the Discord server if you want to talk and share your artwork. It's always a lot of fun seeing everyone's progress and what they're up to. I will also be launching my store soon, which is really exciting. So get onto the website and sign up for email alerts so you can learn about all the developments and updates that are happening around that. Remember that talent is a myth. Now, get back to work.